When you have 45 minutes to help somebody in another country as a behavior analyst, what would you do? These organizations go check out. Day 4,
Wow, you
all
remember what day it is.
done at this flat we've been staying at, and we are off to Recife to visit a charity. Recife, final answer. Welcome to the Daily BA. My name is Ryan O. I am your host. We're talking about all things behavior analysis. In particular today, we're talking about a trip in September 2018 with Dr. Megan Miller, where we were going down there to do a little bit of collaborative and sort of dissemination work. Our large theme here is like, what really is dissemination? How does that go over this 6-part series? If you haven't already, make sure that you check out the first 3. They're linked up here. Now we know that grassroots movements are the starting point for people getting to know about what our science is. Catherine Maurice. Let me hear your voice. This was the starting point for behavior analysis in the United States, funding streams and all of that. It is widely credited to be the starting point at least. Somebody has to be loud and be advocating and talking about things for action to start. So Daniela, who helped make this whole trip possible, also planned time for people outside of her organization, in particular a charity for a bunch of children with autism that was ran by the mothers of those children with autism.
I started the autism journey is providing services for kids, so it's just an initiative that started with Autismo Institute. And quanto tempo atrás eles começaram? We'll tell them about autism.
So it turns out there's 2 charities today. This one we can show a little bit of. And again, like we talked about yesterday, they know what materials and what things should look like in a ABA center, but they're not accessible. They're so far out of reach when it comes to the price, the availability, getting them shipped internationally. But on that note, even with the most amazing supplies, the best facility in the world, we know that what really matters is having that passion and that motivation to keep going, to actually strive to build the best center and the best possible environment you could for these children. And the best thing is that they had that. So we walked in, a quick tour, and we had 45 minutes start to finish to be able to figure out how we could help. The very first thing that we did is just listen. It was about 20 to 25 minutes of just listening to their stories, what they're doing, what they're building, what they have, what they don't have, their local barriers, those sort of things. And step 1 was to just affirm that like they passion and where they are is how a center starts. I've been a part of starting one down in Florida. It was very, very similar. You know, Megan as well worked in a similar setting where the first school that she worked in was like a renovated house setting. I agreed to help them create 3 videos that specifically could help them with the next steps of what they were trying to do in receiving funding locally. And so for some context, these cameras here, like they are inexpensive relative to the industry, but they are far more valuable and out of reach than anybody could access there to be able to create a video like that. It's a very small thing, but it's what I can contribute in the moment in that quick 45 minutes to help them maybe find something that's a little bit more sustainable rather than just a quick handoff of a resource or a tool. Now, I put out a call to action on the behind the scenes video if anybody was down to help these folks out in any sort of way. And I just wanted to update really quickly on that. Megan and I are figuring out how we could collectively or through our network figure out how to get them some money so where they can go out and propose to the government what it is that they actually need. And that was that Megan donated her speaker's fee back to that charity. They were able to buy resources, including computers, to be able to keep connecting with people across their country and internationally. And we've seen those actually happening. I've seen those on Instagram. That's so exciting. And remember, none of this would have happened had not someone just sent an email and said, hey, Roni, is this something that you're interested in doing? And Roni and Daniela, realizing that they were from the same town, that this was all possible, that they were interested in Peak, that all of us could come together with the same shared values. So if you're hesitating, like, should I reach out to somebody? Do it. Do it in a respectful manner, and it's amazing what can happen. So what's continuing to go on is Veronica and Megan are donating their time. They're working locally, and there is works of a trip in March of this 2019. I'm super stoked. And to all you mothers down there at the charity, keep working hard. If you're into this, hit that like button, share maybe if it's something that you're into, and I will see you. Sorry, Mom. Jesus.